So a quick note before I actually get over to Truist Park. I'm here at the corner of Spring and Cobb, and this is the main intersection that feeds everything here at Truist Park. And I gotta tell you, it's honestly kind of a cluster here. I could picture traffic being really difficult getting in and out of this park. I've been to this park before, but like last time, I just stayed up the street at the Holiday Inn. You can see, along with the honking, there are a ton of hotels and stuff right by the ballpark, which is great. But location-wise, don't let the name fool you. You are not in Atlanta. The Braves, you know, they had a perfectly fine park in Turner Field, but they decided that, you know, they wanted to leave that perfectly good, serviceable ballpark in downtown Atlanta, and they wanted to buy some cheaper real estate in a more affluent suburb. And that's where we're at now. Now the Braves, they'll tell you that they moved here because it was closer to their fan base, and that it had absolutely nothing to do with the income in the area. I think that's probably not completely accurate. But you can't deny that moving here did open up this area to a lot of better possibilities. There are a lot of restaurants, a lot of high-end shopping. I already mentioned plenty of hotels and things around. So certainly the area in and around the ballpark here, I'll totally agree, it's better than Turner Field. But don't tell me it's because you were just trying to get closer to fans. You're trying to get closer to fans with money. There are a ton of places to eat in and around Truist Park, which is great. You know, it's really similar in ways to Texas Live at Arlington. You've got the Ballpark Village in St. Louis. You've got a whole lot of noise behind me. There's a lot of excitement in and around the area. So again, I understand why the Braves moved here. I know I sound jaded and cynical. It's warranted. But, I mean, you can't argue. They've created a lot of great areas around here, places to eat, places to stay, places to shop. I get why they did it, and there's plenty to do here. You'll notice there's a huge line behind me, and throughout in the other videos, they're giving away replica World Series rings today. And I'm not standing in line. I'm not from Atlanta. I'm not going to take that ring away from some kid or somebody. So I'll go in here in a little bit. In the meantime, here's some more of the area around Truist Park. Over my right shoulder is the Omni Hotel. It is one of the few places you could actually catch a Major League Baseball game during COVID there in 2020. I was in Chicago, I saw mine from a rooftop. There were plenty of people that were renting out these rooms, I'm sure at a high premium, so they could catch even a glimpse of Braves baseball. This is a view from the standing room only area out here in center. You can see awesome view of the field, and quite honestly, being standing room and in terms of up from the bleachers, the view is really good. It's actually better than a lot of center field seats that I've been in other parks. So from a standing room standpoint, center field here at Truist Park, great buy, great views, and you're really pretty close to the field. Here's a quick look at that area. Truist Park has a lower capacity than a lot of MLB parks, and there's no better evidence of that than when you look at the concession stands and lines. I'm here on the 300 level doing a quick walk around, and over my shoulder there, this is the line for this burger stand. Let me tell you, it's long. There aren't many stands up here. It's pretty limited. You've got the standard 1871 grill. You've got a few places that serve pizza, a place that serves tacos, a few places that serve hot dogs, but stands up here especially are pretty few and far between, which is why that line was so long.
Step up your A game as a fan by becoming a greatest Midwest member. If you want the best seats at the lowest prices plus discounts.
Raiders affiliate Rome, they won 4 of their last 5 games. How about the Augusta Green Jackets?
Same 300 level, different food stand, same long ass line. Just be ready to wait in line when you're here, especially on full nights like tonight. Anytime you have a team coming off a World Series win, it's going to be busy, right? So plan extra time so you have plenty of time to get something to eat and be back in your seats by game time. Because these guys are going to be waiting a while.
Right shoulder and left hamstring. That's your injury report for tonight's game. Well, Braves country, a Monday night in Atlanta. The Phillies are in town in LA's rival, and it's going to be a capacity.
We hope you have a great experience here at Truist Park. Enjoy the game and go Braves.
Ladies and gentlemen.
In case you thought the concession line issues were just a 300-400 thing, same line at 200 level too. Same number of limited choices, which is a little bit of a surprise for a newer park, but that's the cost of having a lower capacity. The lines were just too long, quite honestly. But the nice thing about this park is with all the restaurants around, I'll just grab a bite after. In terms of things, look pretty good. Burgers look pretty good. I looked at burritos that were like 2 feet long. I was going to grab one of those. They had a steak sandwich, looked pretty tasty, but instead, grabbed a bag of peanuts and a tall-ass margarita. Look, it even matches my shirt. Ball game here at Truist Park, and another beautiful night for a ball game. So a couple of things about this park. Truist Park, I'd consider it somewhere kind of in the lower middle tier of parks. It's a good, solid park. Quite honestly, I think it looks better at night than it does during the day. In terms of seats, the lower bowl down here in this lower section is probably the best for comfort. They've got the extra wide seating, more flexible seats down here. compared to the other areas in the 100 level, and then up it has your traditional, sturdy plastic seats. In terms of views, most of the views are all really pretty solid. The lower bowl is always my favorite. Of course, it's the most expensive, it should be, right? But surprisingly, the standing room only area in direct center field out there actually has some really nice views, especially for being standing room. You can get a cheaper ticket and be out there and have a pretty good view. The interesting thing is that the outfield section and standing room on the other side actually has some obstructions. Same thing with the Coors deck there. The chop house area, it's a nice gimmick area. It's got those, cool lighted cup holders you saw earlier. But quite honestly, you've got some obstructions in that lower right field area where you can't see the full field, which isn't ideal for those seats. So upper deck areas, solid, good views. I think my biggest criticisms of the park, as you probably gathered earlier, come down to concessions. There aren't a lot of choices, and quite honestly, the lines are super long. This is one of those parks that was built smaller on purpose, and they didn't really take into account maybe what they needed logistically for some of the concession stands. But on the other side, they're probably also planning that more people are eating outside the park than any of the number of the restaurants here in the Battery. So do the Braves get a cut of any of that income or any of the rent? I don't know, probably. And if they do, then it probably works out that they don't have more stands inside, since there are plenty of places outside the park to eat. Although this game just ended, it's 11:03. I checked Yelp just to see what was open, since I didn't hit a concession stand earlier, and there are only like 3 restaurants still open in the Battery after the game that are open until roughly midnight. The rest all close about 10. So if you were like me and you said, you know what, the lines are too long, I'm going to grab a bite to eat after the game, don't do that, because most of the places are going to be closed. So it may be Waffle House for dinner tonight. We'll see what happens on my walk back. But anyway, thanks for watching. If this video helped out, hit subscribe. If you didn't like it, sorry about that, but thanks for watching anyway, and have a great night. Enjoy the night here at Truist Park. All right, pro tip. If you miss a chance to grab dinner at the ballpark, you're thinking, hey, I'm going to grab a bite to eat after the game. Just go back to your hotel. Just give up, because one of two things is going to happen. Either the restaurant is going to be closed or it's going to be impossible. So just head back to your room, hit the concessions there, grab yourself some Reese's, grab yourself a Coke or whatever your pleasure is, but just give up. Go back, call it a night, and just plan on your next game.